Hey everyone, I'd use my phone again. Let's put my handy dandy phone there. Hope everyone's good. Oh, I got the top knot going. It's in full effect. I kind of look like a sumo wrestler. That's okay. Because I am fired up, Facebook world, about this topic that I'm going to chat about just for a few minutes here, live today. The fear of failure. And I'm not talking about the fear of failure, like you're not gonna get the job, or you're not gonna win the race. I am talking about the fear of failure as it pertains to weight loss. So if you're out there, give me some thumbs up, give me some love. Again, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below and I'll get back to them as soon as possible. And yeah, I'm fired up. So if I drop some swear words, I apologize now. Maybe mom's earmuffs for the kids, because it's kind of enough. And this is why I'm so driven in what I'm doing right now, because I want to end this cycle about this fear of failure, this fear of settling with how we feel when we look at the mirror at ourselves, or how we feel when we're going to the store and we have to buy clothes that are 2 sizes bigger than we're used to, or how we feel when we have to use an elastic band, like I did, to button our pants, or how we feel when our joints swell and ache and throb and we can't run after our kids, or the thought of playing our sport, golf, volleyball, lacrosse, whatever it may be, bothers us, or we can't go for those runs like we used to. So we all know that those symptoms, so like the aches and pains, the bloating, the extra weight, are not normal. Our bodies are meant to be healthy, and we have these symptoms and we want to do something about that, but there's this fear of being overwhelmed because there's so much information out there, so much. Oh my gosh, sidebar really quick. Look at this awesome book that my friend gave me that she found. Body Brain. You remember these guys? Sorry, it was like a squirrel moment, but I was made my day. So, but there's tons of information out there. Someone just told my dad he should be eating fish 5 days a week. I'm like, what? So we have to remember though, that what is becoming mainstream has been actually researched years, months, years in the past. So there's sort of a disconnect there. So when people are sort of coming to know what's new and what's fresh in the world of nutrition, it sometimes can be a little bit dated by the time it gets to market. So just keep that in mind. But nonetheless, the information out there is definitely plentiful and can be overwhelming. And I think we're overwhelmed with the sense of we don't want to be in the state, we don't want to settle, but the thought of starting another diet, which we all know the word diet is bullshit when it comes to weight loss and programs and everything, but starting another diet or program or something makes us sick to our stomach because it hasn't worked. And been there. So I've done calorie restriction. I've done cardio only, cardio. I've done cheat days. I've done eat well for 5 days, binge on the weekends. I've done salad with chicken on it for 7 days straight for lunch. Like, it's all out there. We've all done it. And there's ultimately this sort of sense of like, it doesn't work. But when really, where those programs and what has failed you is that it hasn't really, you haven't failed, is what I'm trying to say. So you haven't failed at it. It's the program hasn't failed because it hasn't gotten to the underlying root cause of why you have those symptoms. And specifically, I'm obviously talking about weight, holding on extra weight, extra fat as a symptom, because that relates to so many other things as well. So the root cause, and what I deal with, the root cause, especially for people over 40, is obviously hormones, blood sugar, and your metabolism. So, and I don't care how good you are or how amazing you are, but if your hormones aren't regulated and your blood sugar is a mess, you are not going to lose weight. You're just not going to. So knowing that because you skipped a day, because you fell off the wagon, because you didn't do certain things that you're supposed to do, wasn't you as a failure in the process. It was that the actual process wasn't the right fit for you, if that makes any kind of sense for everybody. So this failure of not wanting to try something else because you think it's going to be BS and it's not going to work, just know that it wasn't you as the process, not really getting to the underlying root cause of the symptom. What is causing our bodies to hold on to that weight and to that fat? It's protection, and how we can get around it. So with that, I'm going to go to my notes, make sure I remember everything. Said, I also do believe wholeheartedly in bio-individuality, which means I believe that, and it's my philosophy, that people utilize food and nutrition to fuel themselves and their activities and what they have to do differently. Like we all know it's for our heat and for storage and everything like that, but we utilize food differently. So that's why diets don't work. So someone could do a diet with me, they'll lose 5 pounds, I'll gain 5 pounds. So bio-individuality is very key in my philosophy, but I will say this, there is an underlying baseline, especially for people over 40, that you can follow that will definitely be sort of that starting point, that house, that foundation for you to build on to make sure that you're really dealing with the underlying root cause of why you may be holding onto weight. So, and like I said, for me, that really goes down to blood sugar, your metabolism and your hormones. So especially over 40, I'm specifically saying too. So again, I hope that makes sense to everybody. This fear of failure and this fear of settling, it's totally natural to be scared of it. I was before. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't try one more thing and not have this work. And you know, that's why it's time to end the cycle. That's why it's time to really look at the 40 can be the new 30, but we really have to look at how we eat, train, and recoup differently as we age. And then it'll all work out in the end, I promise. So hope that enlightened you a little bit today. Again, super blessed. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear your stories. If you guys can relate in any way to what I'm talking about, the sort of fear of failure as it becomes to weight loss and how it scares the shit out of a lot of us from trying anything new or doing anything new, especially later in the game. So then we just end up settling. So I'm calling a big no to that. I know that we can look in the mirror and feel amazing about ourselves and play our sports and do everything that we love to do. So again, I'm very appreciative for this forum. I hope you guys are doing amazing and having an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later. Any comments, let me know below, and I'll talk to you soon.